first part of the Murli, dated 29 March 1986, Baba's heart-to-heart conversations with double foreign children. It's a 10-page Murli wherein Baba is talking to all the double foreign children who have come from far and wide places, and Baba is sharing all that he has seen and felt about them, is bestowing his blessings. So, the Murli is titled BapDada's Heart-to-Heart Conversation with double foreign children. Today, BapDada emerged all the double foreign children from everywhere into the subtle region and saw the specialities of all the children. All of you children are special souls, which is why you now belong to the Father. That is, you have become those with elevated fortune. All of you are special, but nevertheless, you would still be said to be number wise. The Baba here first mentions that they are fortunate that they have become now a father and also tells them to be number wise. So today, Bab Dada was especially seeing the double foreign children. Whilst coming from different customs, systems, and beliefs, you have come to accept in a short time one belief and to follow the directions of one. BapDada is especially seeing two specialities in the majority of you children. First is that you very quickly became bound by the relationship of love. The relationship of love has helped you very much in belonging to the godly family and to the Father. So, first is the speciality of becoming loving, and secondly, because of love, you easily put the power of transformation into your practical lives. So, Baba found these two specialities in them. First is that they quickly were attracted to Baba because of love, and with that love, they are transforming themselves. Baba says, you are moving forward very well with love for self transformation, and along with that, the transformation of those like you. You have imbibed the specialities of both the power of love and the power of transformation with courage and are showing the proof of that very well. Today, Bab and Dada had a conversation between themselves in the subtle region about the specialities of the children. Now, this year's season of Avyakta meetings in the Vyakt, that is corporeal form, and the Mela, gatherings of meetings, is coming to an end. So Bab Dada was seeing everyone's result. Generally, there is a constant meeting in the Avyakta form with the Avyakta stage anyway, and it will always be there. However, the times for meeting in the corporeal form have to be mixed, and the limitations of time have to be considered for this. There are no limitations of time in meetings in the Avyakta form. Each one of you can celebrate a meeting for as long as you want. By experiencing Avyakta power, you can make yourself and service constantly move forward. So Baba says the meeting one to one in the corporeal form is a time bound activity and it is limited, whereas meeting in an Avyakta form can happen for as long as one wishes. Baba says, nevertheless, according to the fixed time, although this year's season is now coming to an end, you are not coming to an end, but you are becoming complete. To meet means to become complete. You are becoming equal, are you not? So, it is not the end, although the time of the season is coming to an end, you yourselves have become equal and complete. And this is why BapDada was very pleased to bring all the double foreign children from everywhere into the subtle region. Some can come in the corporeal form, whereas others cannot. This is why you send your photos or your letters. For those of the Baba's children who could not attend the meeting, the Milan, they have sent their photographs and letters. Baba says, however, BapDada can easily make a gathering from everywhere emerge in the Avyakt form. What if children could not come? It's okay. BapDada can emerge them in the Avyakt form. If everyone were invited to come and stay here, all the facilities for everyone to stay here would be needed. In the Avyakt region, there is no need for all those physical facilities. There, if you were to gather not just the double foreign children, but even the children from the whole of Bharat, it would feel like an unlimited Avyakta region. So it will still not be crowded. All physical facilities, such as one here required, are not there, not required there. So many could be accommodated in the unlimited Avyakta region. No matter how many hundreds of thousands are there, it would still seem as though you are only seeing a small gathering. So today, Baba only immersed the double foreigners in the subtle region. Dada was saying that although you have different customs and systems, you have progressed very well with your determined thoughts. The majority of you are moving along with zeal and enthusiasm. Of course, there are still some who will always show their games, but the result Baba saw was that you used to be a lot more confused until last year. However, in this year's result, Baba saw that many children were stronger now than they were last year. So Baba still sees the positivity in the double foreigners and says that they have become stronger compared to last year. Bab Dada still saw some children who showed him their games. You still play games of being confused, do you not? So this was the game of the mind that they were seeming to be confused. Baba calls that a game. If you were to take a video at that time and then sit and watch it, you would feel as if it was a drama. However, it is different from before. Now, those who have become experienced are also becoming mature. So one Baba saw zeal and enthusiasm in them, and second he saw some of them were confused. And Baba says those who are experienced are now becoming mature. So Baba saw in the result that your love for the study and enthusiasm for remembrance easily transform the different customs, systems, and beliefs. So, despite these hurdles, various people coming from different parts of the world, having different systems and different belief systems, Baba says they have now been transformed by remembrance. For the people of Bharat, transformation is easy. Why? Baba says they know the deities and they have mixed knowledge of the scriptures, and so the beliefs are not that new for the people of Bharat. Overall, out of all the children everywhere, Baba saw souls whose intellects had such faith that they were unshakable and immovable. So because of various scriptures and exposure to bhakti in India and Bharat, people understand, people have belief systems already developed right from their birth. However, foreigners take time, they go by reasoning and knowledge. So, despite that, Baba says that people, double foreigners still have developed a strong belief systems. The Baba was seeing those intellects of the double foreigners which were unshakable and immovable. Those whose intellect have such faith also become examples to enable others to have intellects with such faith. Whilst living at home with your families, you transform your vision and attitude with your powerful thoughts. The Babas gives kudos to them because despite living with families, they have powerful thoughts because of their vision and attitude towards Baba. No? Baba saw such special jewels, even those children who were previously completely engrossed in their temporary facilities and temporary happiness according to their own customs, etc., are now moving along in the line of intense effort makers and are constantly bringing about transformation day and night. Welcoming Tigru Purushatti. Even if there are not that many, they are still good. BapDada gives the example of Jatku, that is, those who perform a sacrifice with one strike. In the same way, after your mind has thought about renunciation, your vision is not drawn back. There were still such ones. So those who came in remained. They never went back. Today, Baba was looking at the total result. Whilst looking at the powerful souls, Baba, Baba and Dada smiled and had a heart-to-heart conversation about how two types of Brahma's creation are remembered. First are the Brahmins that have emerged from the mouth of Brahma, the utter creation in the world that Brahma created with his thoughts. Father Brahma had elevated powerful thoughts for such a long time. Although there are both Baba and Dada, the creation would not be called the creation of Shiva. You're called the dynasty of Shiva. You're not called Shiv Kumars and Shiv Kumaris. You're called Brahma Kumars and Brahma Kumaris. So Baba is was clarifying here that despite they belonging to the dynasty of Shiva, they are still called Brahma Kumars and Kumaris because they are mouth-born children of Brahma. So Brahma especially invoked you with elevated thoughts, that is, his created creation. So you have arrived here in corporeal forms through the invocations of powerful thoughts of Father Brahma. The creation of thoughts is no less. The thoughts had to be powerful because the children had to be brought from far away into his family from behind the different curtains. Such elevated, powerful thoughts inspired you and brought you close. So Baba is understanding how these children brought themselves so close. They were all inspired. Therefore, this creation made through powerful thoughts is also powerful. Many of you had the experience of someone especially inspiring your intellect and bringing you close. Because of the powerful thoughts of Brahma, as soon as you see the picture of Brahma, you experience it to be alive. You are moving forward by experiencing a living relationship. So as we see the photograph of Brahma Baba, we still feel very connected. You know? Despite Baba, many of us might not have seen, but there is a relationship that is forged when we look at the photograph of Brahma Baba. A similar thing is with foreigners as well. So BapDada was pleased to see the creation. You will now continue to give the practical proof of an even more powerful creation. In terms of the time of double foreign service, the time of childhood is now over. It is now time to become experienced and to make others unshakable and immovable and to give others an experience. The time for playing games is now over. Now be constantly powerful and continue to make weak souls powerful. If you have some scars of weakness, you will make others weak too. There is little time and the maximum creation is going to come. Baba is say advising every double foreigner that the time is less, that now you have to become unshakable, immovable, have to progress further. And Baba still says, don't be happy with just this quantity, thinking that there are now many. The quantity is now only going to increase. However, the time you have been taking and the method of your sustenance are now going to change. So Baba is saying that the sustenance, the way double foreigners are being sustained, is going to change in times to come. Now that they have to grow stronger because a large number of double foreigners are going to be created in days. This was the first part of the heart-to-heart conversation between BapDada and double foreigners. And Baba has addressed to many double foreigners who have different customs, beliefs, and faiths, and their systems are different. But yet, how they have come together and making a Milan with BapDada. So for today, we shall stop here and we shall share each of our experience about the double furnace and how they enjoy or have a Milan with Baba and a few snippets from the Murli itself. We shall continue the second part from tomorrow from page 41. And Om Shanti. So could the participants to share their experiences of this Murli or how they have seen the double furnace having a Milan with Baba. I guess now double furnace are there at Madhuban as well these days and are experiencing the cozy weather, the fine environs of Madhuban.
Om Shanti Prada.
Om Shanti sister.
I think a month back again, when Baba had spoken about double foreigners. So there he made a very clear distinction. The children of Bharat will be the foundation to create and the establishment. But the ones to spread the sound around, to see that everyone gets it, it will be the job of the double foreigners. So very categorically, he had said what would the Bharat children do. And even there, he had even said Bharat alone would be the place of paradise. Whereas all the places where the double foreign children lived would be picnic spots. And there were many more things he gave. But for me, always, whenever this double foreign, now we should also understand what are double foreign children. It's not Indians who just go there for a job and stay there, and they are also called as double foreigners as far as Baba's meeting is concerned. But here, when we say double foreigners who have crossed the walls of all religions, this, and are in a different systems and customs and beliefs. So to leave those systems and customs and belief, there are they come here and take up the knowledge. Such two things Baba has said, it's the relationship of love and the power of transformation. So this is why Baba always calls his double foreign children as double intense effort makers. This is always
Mm.
he'll mention, you are double intense effort makers. You will get a double love from Bap and Dada. This is what is the first thing I could keep when Baba has spoken. Of course, he has very clearly said it's love and transformation. The transformation is needed. The transformation is not needed as far as children of Bharat is concerned. The transformation is needed as for double foreign children, not only self transformation, but transforming also of the equals. So these two powers they have, the power of love and the power of transformation with courage. This is how I think from 1974 when the first week was. And this also is a creation of Brahma through thoughts. It's only after Brahma left his corporeal body, Even, of course, in 50s, once they had gone to Japan and all, Ratan Moini, Dadi Prakash Mani, but the first going across and setting a center was only after he left his body. So that's what even here Baba mentioned. It's Brahma's world through creation of thoughts. Om Shanti.
Yes, sister, thank you. In one way, when I was reading the Murli, I was feeling in India as well, we have so many states, so many religions, I mean, so many places with different customs. To a certain extent, I was feeling this, that Baba, this custom systems and beliefs are still applicable to Indians. But I felt, when it came to the thought of bhakti, Baba brought it out that we all read scriptures. We all have gone through the phases of bhakti. That's when I felt melted and my thought changed. Otherwise, every region we find people with different language and different festivals. So, so that's what distinction exists between the double furnace and Bharat. And I really feel connected when Baba uses the word Bharat instead of Indians. You know?
Yeah, Vinod Bhai, you're right. There are people of different religions, different customs, different beliefs. But if you were to study the history of Bharat, all these people in Bharat are the ones converted, forcefully converted during British Raj, during Muslim Raj. But Samudra ke us par, जन्म लेना है डबल फॉरेनर is not just of Bharat. समुद्र के उस पार, having birth over there. So we are not talking there about conversion and all. There are people who were born over there with such beliefs. That's what we have to take. History of
Yes.
Bharat is just a story of conversion and all.
Mhm.
That they can still get reconverted. But double foreigners, samudra ki us par.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
okay.
remember, yes, brother, Shanti.
Yeah, so it's really wonderful to know that is, the power of one religion. And Baba also mentioned this in the Sakar Murli, that when Baba comes to establish the one religion, right, one country, one language, so the deity dynasty. So whoever dispersed from that religion, when they hear this words, God's words, they will again come back. So irrespective of what belief system, what customs and system and tradition that they are following since their childhood, right? So and all of a sudden they are renouncing all that and then coming to Madhuban and becoming out of love, they are becoming Babas, which is actually a great thing. So this is really a wonder of drama, isn't it? If you look at it.
Yeah.
So um, so that is what drama is so powerful. Drama is very wonderful. So whoever has to play their part, they will come when the time comes. So they will have that sanskar also, right? I was thinking that, when they might be practicing their religious stuff, right? So that also create a sanskar within them. But they are breaking all that and then, following this. Um, I mean, it's Baba's wonder is there, but again, to give a thought on to try some other practice is also a great thing because sometimes what we have seen is when we narrate this knowledge to other people, especially who are practicing other religious customs or systems. So when we tell them, they immediately say, I believe only in Jesus Christ, or I believe only in so and so, so I follow this one. Right. So, and at the same time, people living in different country, having different system, and they realizing Baba is really a wonder. So it's really the power of love that actually bring them here, and that realization also. So, which is the wonder here? I suppose it's the wonder of drama, isn't it? I'm just a thought here, yes, sharing.
Yeah, Bijit Bhai, Vinod Bhai, if I can just add one thing
Yes,
here.
yes, sister.
See, what he said, that one thing is correct. See, for a person who is peaceless, to become peaceful is easy. But a person who is already living in peace, just if he says, I'm peaceful, it's not a big, great wonder. These people, they have to renunciate so much, renunciate their habits, renunciate their beliefs. But there is one secret which we are all forgetting, which Baba just highlighted, I think, in a Murli 4, 5 Murlis back. Baba gave an example, an analogy of where all his Brahmin children were in a steamer. The steamer broke with some body consciousness bomb. It split into pieces, and some were drowned, and some were pulled, some were saved by some other people and taken away far, and some were thrown away far. And that is how Mauritius, Africa, continent, and all, some of his children whom he had on the steamer went away. So he knows that they are his children who are in the steamer. That is why Brahma, through the creation of thought, had to bring all those children who were thrown away by that steamer, and they just come. For us, it may sound a wonder, but that is just a bodily thing which they are doing, not eating this, having that belief or changing. But deep down within the soul, they were all part of God family. Yes, you must read that Murli, which was just, I think, a few days back, steamer. So, and he picks and he knows when to pick, and he picks and he brings them. And everyone, as Bijit Bhai rightly said, do not take it up. They still go to their loving Ishta Devata, Jesus or Muhammad. So I remember, I don't know if it was Jagdish Bhai or Surya Bhai, in one of his books, he said, when that creation of Islam or Muhammad, he said, Muhammad, the original, His Holiness Muhammad, he was working in a Hindu deity where they were making vigraha. Vigraha means idols. So every day the person used to make Mohammed take care of the idols to see that in the night they are okay. Then every day he used to come. One day when that owner came, he saw all the hands and this and all, everything broken. So he asked Mohammed, what happened? Who came and hit? He said, no, you said that the Vigrahas are living things and they move with their own. In the night, each Vigrahas were fighting with one another, and they lost their arms. So that was the thing, because he didn't believe in idol. So Mohammed at that moment left, and many people who believed his story left with him. So this way there are many stories, even if you read in exploration of religions, how Jainism came and all. So, but for us to understand in this Murli is, these are all people who were thrown out by the steamer. That's what I take the double form. It takes double intense effort, it takes double courage. That is there because they are still in a new body. Om Shanti.
Yes, sister. Bhaiji says that Baba says confluence age is the time to stop playing games. Through his remembrance, powerful souls remain in a Sakshi Drishta state. Yeah. Through the remembrance, these souls actually become powerful. They gain that courage to transform their sanskars, which is how, which is, I think, the seed, the basic thing that essentially plays in our transformation. As Sister brought out, as Bridget Bhai was saying, that it is your change in your thoughts and your sanskars that lead to transformation. And that's the core essence of studying this knowledge. And the double foreigners once understand this and experience a change because they soon leave their habits, they soon transform their lifestyles, they start experiencing the change. And that's how their zeal, enthusiasm increases, and then faith grows. And they will live by talking to one another, by interacting and socializing, and that's how their near and dear ones come to know about it. There are several podcasts on YouTube as well. The Godlywood Studio, the Light of Knowledge, wherein all double foreigners come and share their experience with Amarjeet Kaur sister. It's a wonderful series. I see how they share how they have changed. I mean, right from Iceland to very different parts of Africa, South Africa, Indonesia. It is really interesting to see that series, and it brings out the real life experiences of their transformation.
Digit by, just to add, let us
Mm.
not think that other religions do not have. There are so many instances of so many double foreigners when they come to this Triveni Ganga or they come during this Kumbh Mela. They become those sadhvites. I don't know. They change and they become and they have become strong and they are still there on the banks of Ganga doing it. There are many such souls. They have
Yeah.
changed. So there are. So we cannot say. But for us over here, it's a different kind of. Only in this confluence age, the story will work. What you and I are sharing now. This story will not work for us before the conference age because we have millions of people who come down and take it. But in this conference age, to recognize God as He is, how He is, and accept Him, and to take that I think. But I just
Yeah.
had a small, not a question. I always think, see, what is Brahma without Shiva? Nothing. Brahma is the instrument. Shiv Baba, if he wants to give you drishti, he uses Brahma's eyes. Shiv Baba, if he wants to even smile at you, he uses Brahma Baba's thing. So we know that Brahma is his chariot. Fine. And Brahma is nothing without Shiva. He is just Brahma. That's why they say don't even keep his pictures. But we say Brahma Mukha Vanshavali, that now today they have said there are two kinds of creation. One is creation of Brahma, mouth of Brahma, other is creation of thoughts. That is, of course, Bharatvasis and double foreigners. So if Shiva is the one behind it, why we are not called Shiva Kumars and Kumaris? Why only the mother's name? Like it looks more matriarchal for me over here, when generally the dynasty is only of this. So I often wonder why it is like today even Baba, but I never got a right answer for myself. Why should I be not call Shiv Kumar when he is behind that Brahma, that mother? Brahma cannot do anything without Shiva. So why is that always? I got a very convincing answer. Suppose any one of you could just spill your thoughts.
Sister, my answer might not be very convincing, but actually, I would like to give a try. Uh, Maybe, when we have our parental or the ancestral suffix or prefix in our names, we tend to go with that. Shiv itself is a name, what I feel. And by remembering Brahma every time we go to the history of this yajna and reinforce that faith, how the transformation of the world occurs, the incarnation, the story of sustenance, the story of difficulties, overcoming that, and the new creation. So all that emerges once we take the name of Brahma. I feel very inspired when I look at this organization because the truth is in front of us. The change that is happening, in fact, is through a single person's effort and followed by a number of hands, of course. But I think he is a great person. That's how probably the name continues in the name of Brahma, or Brahma Kumars and Kumari.
Yeah.
That's all.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Girijaben, for clarifying those things. Um, yeah, I think it's because the case we are called, right? So it's one thing, I suppose. We heard the sound through Brahma, right? So the instrument that was used, Brahma's body. Okay, so everybody heard Brahma's voice, but the one that created that noise was Shiva. So he is the father, and of course, Brahma is the mother. That was one thing. And when we take Shiv Baba and Brahma Baba, the difference is Shiv Baba doesn't take body. He doesn't take birth, and I mean, he doesn't come into the costume like how Brahma comes. Brahma comes. He's the first man, right, in the corporeal world. So when he comes, only the world starts. So in that aspect, if you look at it, Shiv Baba is just a point of light staying in Parandam always. But Brahma, he comes just like us, take play the part for 5,000 years, 84 births, just like us. So he is our ancestor, the old, the first man. So everything starts from there. So now also Shiv Baba adopted Brahma, and through Brahma he adopted us. So I suppose there is one connection there. And one more thing that I wanted to clarify about that, uh, though people belonging into different religion and customs coming into this, right? So there is a strong sanskar also that will get formed, right? This was hovering in my mind that you see 63 births of body consciousness, right? That is actually troubling us a lot to come out of that body consciousness. But despite of that, these people, some of them might be one birth in one religion, or some of them might be even 63 birth. They would have been one religion and then suddenly coming out, yeah, from that religion to this Brahmin dynasty. Sorry, not dynasty, Brahmin clan. So to transforming that sanskar is also a great thing. So I think it is power of drama, we can say, or wonder of, or the love of Baba. Yeah.
Abhijit Bhai, as you rightly said, about this religion thing. If you remember, there are Baba says about transformation of religion, customs, and beliefs. So if you remember, even in the customs, the difference between a Brahmin and non-Brahmin, eating non-veg or anything, even some of our senior sisters and all, there were who were still in where they when they were in this body, they had consumed all that. So it's a question of not just a religion, it's a question even of the customs and beliefs which even people of Bharat had faced. So for me, as I said, the deep soul conscious thing, that one thing, that steamer Murli, which Baba said, that soul consciousness bomb is what you have to throw on you, then you'll all come down. I think. Then Bijit Bhai, what you said, a little, even though my convincing was there, yes, Brahma made the sound. You're right. It was, had Brahma not said, come on, Shiva, let's create the world. My children are waiting. So, biologically, I thought he was a dominant gene in this creation, Brahma. Secondly, what was the output? The children. They are once just like Brahma. They have two hands, 2 feet, eyes, nose. That is the corporeal form. So, see the last sentence in that first paragraph. I was just reading that again. You have arrived here in the corporeal form through the invocation of the powerful thoughts of Father Brahma. I think that one line makes a thing. So now, if Shiva was clear, if Shiva was the dominant gene, all of us will not have this body and all. We'll be different points of light roaming in this universe. But what is our form, our body form now? It's two legs, to this, just like Brahma. So that's the one convincing reply somebody had given me years ago. So I think maybe that, but this last line of the paragraph, that's why I say every line in the Murli, it really gives you a tick tick in your intellect. I think that last line was good. You have arrived here in the corporeal form through the invocation of the powerful thoughts of Brahma. So you are BK and BKIs. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, Divine Family. Om Shanti, brother and sister.
Om Shanti.
What I understood about this topic, let me explain my understanding. My understanding, in the sense, in Karnataka, we have a place called Hubli. Probably you heard, I guess. Recently, there was a big museum in Asia. That is the number one. That museum is constructed. From our center, most of us from Bangalore, we had been there, more than 200 souls. Basavaraj brother is the one who made that, who created that with a great, it's very expansive at the same time where they will convey that 7 days course. Even my senior sisters, they are more than 30 years in Gyan. Though the 7 days course, the way how they explained, even the pictures and the drawings what was made is completely, it will conveys more than the course what we are understood. In such a way they created it, went more than 4.5 hours. The same course the brother told, the 4.5 hours, I guess. The same 7 days course they explain in such a way, additionally giving some additional stories, instances, examples, how God is Nirakar. Shiv Baba is Nirakar, Shiva is Nirakar. So when it's come to that Baswaraj brother, he put this question, Shiv Kumar and Brahm Kumar. So there was a kind of a debate in the class hall. So why not we are Shiv Kumars? Why only we are Brahm Kumaras? Brahm Kumars and Brahm Kumaris. Kumaris. So by the time brother told he's a very senior Baswaraj brother, probably you heard, I guess. Why Shiv Kumar in the sense Kumar and Kumari, this and all, the name is given only to the body, not for the soul. Supreme soul is only Shiv. So we are souls, that's it, we are souls. The Kumar and Kumars is given only to the body. When it comes to the body form, so by the time we'll become Brahma Kumar and Kumaris because of Brahma Baba. That's the reason for us is not, the name is not given Shiv Kumar and Shiv Kumari. Why? Because we are only soul beings, only for Shiva. So when it comes to the body, that's only for Brahma. Brahma is in the form of, in the body form. But Brahma, when it comes to the soul, is a soul. Shiva is a supreme soul, point of light. In the same way, we are point of light. So that's what brother Baswaraj told us. That was there was a debate between why not Shiv Kumar, why we are Brahm Kumar. And brother told he's a very senior, and he is conducting some classes every year only on Bhagavad Gita, means in the Lokik Bhagavad Gita, what Krishna has given preaching to Arjun. In that 18 adhyayas, 18 chapters, so he is about to prove where in 18 adhyaya it's given Shiva is Nirakar. Uh, to prove that point, he's working too much of hard and is conducting classes, especially to prove to the Laukik people how this 18 adhyayas, Krishna is not the supreme soul, Krishna is not the writer or the preacher, Shiva is the preacher, Shiva is the supreme. And not only that, brother said, where today is the South India and Tirupati, all this prize, appreciation, and this what's that? All this appreciation is given to not for Lord means Venkateshwara. It's for Shiva. Only the body, even that idol is Tirupati Venkataramana or Venkateshwara, but all this praise and appreciation, this and all, given only to Shiv Baba. For instead of giving Shiv Baba, they are praising Venkataramana or Venkateshwara. It was very beautiful session when we attended, more than 200 souls from Bangalore. So there was a debate between this Bhagavad Gita. So brother, he was proving about what's the difference between why we are praising Krishna, but not Krishna is not the supreme soul. Shiva is the supreme soul. How he was Nirakar. So that's what I understood that day. So just I shared with you. So if time permits, please everyone, you visit that Hubli. Really, it's a very interesting and it's a very good place to understand all these confusions, and we may get the answers for our questions. I guess it went more than 4.5 hours. The same 7 days this course. Thank you.
Uh, Vinodbhai, I know time is running. Just one sentence I would like to tell the sister. Yes, I have heard this story and all, but I only took one lesson from that story. It's a fusion of energy and body, fusion of Shiva and Brahma. We have already seen this in the scriptures how Karna was created through the energy of Surya and this body. But the outcome was not Surya, but it was the body. So it is just, I think, a fusion of energy and the purest body, Brahma, purest, is equal to Brahma Kumar and Kumaris. Om Shanti.
Thank you, sister. Both the sisters. Shall continue the second part of the Murli about the heart-to-heart conversation between BapDada and the double partners tomorrow. Shall we have one more chat? Okay, brother says okay, thanks. Yeah. So let us go to Madhuban. I mean, this song really touches my heart whenever I listen to it. This the last song.
खुशियाँ सारे संसार की आज भी देते हो बाबा, पालना साकार की आज भी देते हो बाबा, पालना साकार की।
Listen, we shall continue tomorrow. Thank you, Baba. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you to Baba. Thank you, Vinod Bhai. Thank you, Divine Family. See you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Until then, have a wonderful day.